1 hour plus 3 hours standing. Cooking 30 minutes. Make 6 small and 1 medium brioche. This recipe requires, let me move it over for you so you can see it a little bit better. This recipe requires 7 gram sachet of dried yeast, half cup warm milk, 1 teaspoon caster sugar, 4 cups unbleached plain flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons caster sugar, and extra, 4 eggs lightly beaten, 175 grams of butter chopped and softened, extra flour for kneading, 1 egg yolk to glaze, 1 tablespoon of cream. Grease 6 small brioche molds and a 21 by 11 centimeter bread or loaf tin. If you don't have brioche molds, you could bake the dough as 2 medium loaves. Dissolve the yeast in the warm milk. Stir in the sugar, cover with plastic wrap and leave for 5 minutes or until frothy. Sift the flour, salt and extra sugar into a bowl and make a well in the center. Pour in the eggs and yeast mixture. Using a wooden spoon, beat well until the mixture forms a rough ball. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and knead for 5 minutes or until it is smooth and firm. Gradually incorporate small amounts of the softened butter into the dough. Pull and stretch the dough until all the butter has been incorporated. Do this with your hand with the fingers slightly apart, using a slapping motion from the wrist. It will take about 10 minutes and the dough will be very sticky. Clean your working surface and hands and sprinkle the surface, hands and the dough with a small amount of extra flour. Knead the dough lightly for 10 minutes or until it is smooth and elastic. Place in a large buttered bowl. Brush the surface of the dough with oil and cover with plastic wrap. Leave in a warm place for 1.5 to 2 hours or until the dough has doubled. Punch down the dough. Give it 1 good hard punch in the center with your fist and divide it in half. Cover 1 half with plastic wrap. Divide the other half into 6 even-sized pieces. Remove a quarter of the dough from each piece. Mold the larger pieces into rounds and place in the brioche molds. Brush with a glaze made of the mixed egg yolk and cream. Shape the small pieces into balls and place on the top of each roll. Push a floured wooden skewer through the center of the ball to the base of the roll, then pull the skewer out. This secures the ball to the roll. Brush again with the glaze. Cover and leave in a warm place for 45 minutes or until well risen. Preheat the oven to hot 110 degrees Celsius and bake for 10 minutes. Reduce the heat to moderate 180 degrees Celsius and bake for a further 10 minutes or until golden and cooked. Turn out immediately onto a wire rack to cool. Meanwhile, place the other half of the dough in the bread tin and brush with the glaze. Cover and leave to rise for 1 hour. Bake in a hot 210 degrees Celsius oven for 15 minutes. Reduce the heat to moderate 180 degrees Celsius and bake for 15 minutes or until golden and cooked. Turn out immediately onto a wire rack to cool. They sound delicious. Up here you have Chelsea buns. And down here you have damper. Serve damper with butter and golden syrup. I've never had damper, I'm not sure what it is. The damper can be made into individual rolls. Use wholemeal self-raising flour for a more healthy version. For a savory damper, ideally for eating with soup, add grated cheese and chopped mixed herbs or sliced sun-dried tomatoes and finely sliced ham to the mixture. Simply add to the bowl with the flour and salt at the beginning of the recipe. Preparation is 30 minutes plus 1¼ hours standing. Cooking is 30 minutes and it makes 1 loaf. It requires 2/4 cups of plain unbleached flour, 7 grams sachet dried yeast, 1 teaspoon ground mixed spice, 2 teaspoons caster sugar, 2 teaspoons grated orange rind, 1/3 cup sultanas, 1/4 cup currants, 1 tablespoon mixed peel, 1/4 cup chopped pecans, 1 egg, 1/3 cup orange juice, 30 grams butter melted, oil or melted butter for brushing, 1 tablespoon of milk and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Sift the flour into a large bowl, add the yeast, mixed spice, caster sugar, orange rind, sultanas, currants, mixed peel, and pecans, and mix well. Make a well in the center. Combine the egg, orange juice, butter, and 1/3 cup warm water, and pour into the well. Using a wooden spoon mixed with soft dough, turn onto a lightly floured surface and knead for 10 minutes, or until the dough is smooth and elastic, adding extra flour if needed. Place in a large oiled bowl and brush with oil. Cover and leave in a warm place for 45 minutes or until well risen. Preheat the oven to a moderate 180 degrees Celsius. I'm just going to move this up a little bit. Punch down the dough and knead for 1 minute. Shape into an oblong or round and place either in an oiled 21 by 11 centimeter loaf tin or in a greased tray and pat out to a 23 centimeter circle. Brush the loaf with oil or melted butter. Cover and leave in a warm place for 30 minutes. Bake for 20 to 30 minutes or until cooked through. Turn out onto a wire rack. While still hot, brush with the combined milk and sugar. Serve warm or cold. That's delicious. I have made this recipe a long time ago. It was really nice. Sour cream polenta bread, wholemeal bread, cakes and biscuits. Cakes and biscuits are an excellent start for the novice cook. Beat together the ingredients and spoon them into a tin or roll out a dough and cut out biscuits with a cookie cutter. Either way, it's not too difficult and the results are usually appreciated by all. Top with buttercream or a sticky icing and you could find yourself rather popular. Indeed. Sponge cake, orange poppy seed cake. I've made lemon poppy seed cake and it is really good. Carrot cake up here. Look at those delicious slices of carrot cake. Down here we have coconut cake. Christmas fruitcake. Boiled fruitcake. I've never made boiled fruitcake. Let's take a look at this. Preparation 30 minutes. Cooking 1½ hours. Serves 10 people. 250 grams of butter. 1 cup of soft brown sugar. 1 kilogram of dried mixed fruit. 1/2 cup of sweet cherry. 1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. 1½ cups of self-raising flour. 1 cup of plain flour. 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. 4 eggs lightly beaten. Preheat the oven to a moderate 180 degrees Celsius. Lightly grease a 22 centimeter round cake tin. Line the base and side with greaseproof paper. Put the butter, sugar, mixed fruit, sherry, and 3/4 cup of water in a pan. Stir over low heat until the butter has melted. sugar has dissolved, bring to the boil. Reduce the heat and simmer for 10 minutes. Remove from the heat, stir in the soda and cool. Sift the flours and mixed spice into a large bowl and make a well in the center. Add the eggs to the fruit mixture and mix together. Pour into the well and mix well. Pour into the tin and smooth the surface. Bake for 1 to 1¼ hours or until a skewer comes out clean when inserted into the center of the cake. Leave in the tin for at least an hour before turning out. The flavor of this cake improves if left for 3 days before eating. Can be kept for up to 2 months. Note, the color of your cake will largely depend on the dried fruit you use. If you prefer a darker cake, use raisins and currants and sultanas. For a lighter colored cake, mix in chopped glacé fruit. That sounds really good. We've got Madeira cake here. And then down here is date and nut roll. Chocolate cake. And then here we have a banana cake. Black forest gateau. Hummingbird cake. It uses banana and pineapple. Oh wow, look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? It's beautiful. It's a pineapple upside down cake. I made a pineapple upside down cake when I was in secondary school. Maybe 25 years ago. To make a jam Swiss roll. Preparation 30 minutes. Cooking 12 minutes. And it makes 1 roll. Half cup self-raising flour. 1/4 cup of plain flour. 3 eggs. Half a cup of caster sugar. 2 tablespoonfuls of caster sugar extra. Half a cup of strawberry jam. Half a cup of whipped cream. Preheat the oven to hot 110 degrees. Grease a 30 by 25 centimeter Swiss roll tin and line the base with baking paper, leaving the paper to hang over the 2 long sides. This will help you lift the cake out of the tin after cooking. Sift the flours 3 times onto greaseproof paper. Beat the eggs with electric beaters for 5 minutes or until thick, frothy and pale. Add the sugar gradually, beating constantly until it has completely dissolved and the mixture is pale and glossy. Using a metal spoon, fold in the flour quickly and lightly. Spread the mixture evenly into the tin and smooth the surface. Bake for 12 minutes or until golden and springy to touch. Turn the cake out onto a dry, clean tea towel covered with greaseproof paper that has been sprinkled with the extra caster sugar. Leave for 1 minute, then use the tea towel as a guide to carefully roll the cake up from the short side with the paper. Leave the cake for 5 minutes or until it is cool. Unroll the cake and remove the paper. Spread the cake with jam and cream and re-roll. Trim the ends with a knife and cut into slices to serve. Lovely. Sounds really good. Got butter cake and custard orange cake. Oh, lovely. This is the best part of cake, isn't it? The cake icings. Got citrus frosting, honey frosting, passion fruit frosting, rich chocolate icing, ginger icing, chocolate sour cream icing. Oh, they all just look so delicious. And then we move on to scones. And muffins. Oh, lovely. light and creamy. Beat the milk and the vanilla